teams are starting to reach a critical portion of the schedule. It's the USC Trojans and the Michigan State Spartans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the USC head coach before the game. One of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop? They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Trojans ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Spartans' offense will have the football first. And now Cam Davis taking the field. The incoming transfer from Florida State, and everything in this attack runs through him.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, number one job for this defense, man, try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that.
Right back to the well. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I don't think people understand how valuable it is to be able to hand the ball to your running back and get everyone settled to start the football game, especially when there's production like this. Man, your quarterback feels a little bit more comfortable. The defense feels a little bit uneasy. The offensive line gets settled in. Nice start by this offense.
Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Davis looking to pass. Left side, it's Davis. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to Davis. Sees a crease. Oh, he's got some space. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. And the Spartans pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Wants to throw on first. They'll run the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That's just an obvious face mask penalty there. No way you're getting away with it. Got to keep your composure there. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Drops back on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Ready, go!
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got his man in the middle. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Davis will throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Never a doubt. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Trojans offense will now get its first chance with the football. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him because...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Second down, gonna throw it. Got a man, it's Bowman. He's got a lot of moves in the bag as he uses a few of them to get to the 18. Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Trojans decide to punt it away. He's got great speed. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They'll ride Davis here. Got the first down. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Spartans, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Davis looking to pass. In the backfield, it's Smith. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver. Oh, it's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quick give, it's Hills. On the move at the 30, turning it on. Inside the 40, running inside the 20. He is in! Touchdown Trojans!
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Davis will throw. Out wide right, it's Sellers. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Second and long here. The give to Davis. There he goes. Crosses midfield. And defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Keeps it on the ground. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. First play of the period will be a second down. This time they'll throw it. Fires to the wideout. Between the hashes, it's Wiggins. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense has been sluggish to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts. This is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical. And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. After finishing a drive with a field goal earlier, this one will be a 33-yard attempt. Absolutely perfect. That brings them to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Ware. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Williams. Drag down. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place trying to help their defense. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Throws quickly. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to get started. Slips through the line. There he goes. Open it up. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. They've had a couple of productive drives, but they've had to settle for field goals in 2 of their 3 previous possessions, Jesse.
Yeah, this is an offense that takes a lot of pride in execution, and they feel like they should have scored a touchdown every single drive. So while it's been good, not great, David, just execute a little bit better, and they can put this one in the end zone this time.
Yeah, I think you point that out. We went all the way down the field on 2 of our first 3 drives and got field goals. Now, just a little better execution when that field starts to shrink and it gets a little bit more difficult.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
And the Spartans are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down in the backfield 2 yards behind the line.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Check. 28-29 belts. 28-29 belts.
Oh, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. So frustrating to have a false start in this area of the field, but still 2nd and goal. Finds his target. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan State.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he added the extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Play action on 1st down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. First sack for the defense brings up second down. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. The screen, he can go. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Timeout taken by the Spartans, their first of 3. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on fourth down. And the Trojans send out the punt unit. On the return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Hauls it in. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. The Spartans are in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Out wide left, it's Norman. Off and running. Touchdown, Spartans. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he's going to bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Inside the 25, stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Fires to the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Trojans use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Left side, it's Mosley. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Right side, it's Hills. Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. Boy, that field goal really could have helped the mental health, but it's still a 13-point game. One more snap coming before halftime. They'll ride Davis here. And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. And the Spartans will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
The Trojans head coach told me at the half, the message of his speech was, I've got to get the running back more involved. They trust him. He's been terrific, but they haven't gotten him enough carries. He said, I've got one guy in the booth upstairs who is tracking how many times our running back touches the ball. That is the most essential part of getting back in this game. Get the rock to the guy who can make the biggest difference.
Thanks, Holly. Out wide left, it's Mosley. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm now.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
And you'd like to see the defense play a little bit tighter on those short yard situations. They give up the first down, and they better get ready because you can tell they're right back on the ball to run another play.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. Caught, it's Mosley. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure, it's a first down. The Trojans are rolling down the field. Left side, it's Mosley. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. And the Trojans with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play fake. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Trojans come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together.
Makes the grab in their space. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. It's good. Easy call for the refs. That cuts into this deficit. It's now 20-10.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. Davis looking to pass. Out wide right, it's Wiggins.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
The give to Davis. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on second and short and take shots. This offense said, nah, we want to get the first down, and we want to get it now.
They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped right there.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
The Spartans very efficient with this passing game.
You like that, Reese? You like that? I think so. This is an offense that, listen, when you've got a guy back there that can be efficient. Make no mistake, they're going to run the football, but when you get that Kirk Cousins guys, you start to really like the offense.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
That's caught. It's Sellers. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Would have been a 52-yard field goal attempt from here, so they'll try to pick up the 1st down here on 4th. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. First play of this drive. Caught in the backfield, it's Gutierrez. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there on it.
Williams open on the right side. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few. Nearly 75,000 of his closest friends pegging the decimal meter on 3rd down. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces the 4th down. And the Trojans will send out the punt unit. And that is just a spectacular punt, and he will pin them in the shadow of their own goalpost inside the 5.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely foot the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. The Spartans, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Running inside, it's Smith. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Davis will throw. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Man, you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing the football there. Broke on the football, almost had the big play.
On target. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll ride Davis here. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
And I think this will go a long way in determining the outcome of this football game. They're able to run the football with the lead late in this game. That's a good sign for this offense.
And the Spartans back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. From the gun, it's Smith. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
The Spartans have it with a 1st and 10. The handoff. Breaks into the open. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
And, man, this is exactly how this offensive coordinator wants to end this football game. Ground and pound, let that clock tick, add to this lead, and make the defense stop you.
And the Spartans had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Making the adjustment on the play. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Swamped immediately. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Davis looking to pass. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. They've got him now. He almost picked up that first down on the screen.
And that's not a surprise play call for this offense. A lot of times, man, after a tackle for a loss or a play that goes behind the line of scrimmage, they want to get those chunky yards back. They want to get back to 3rd and manageable. They dial up the screen. They get some positive yards. Now put themselves in a position to be more successful on 3rd down.
The Spartans line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. The give to Davis. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. They still have a couple of... to work with in this final quarter. And the Spartans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He is denied, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Trying to punch it in. Trying to find the end zone, and he's not going to make it as this defense defense is making it tough. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. And he's in! Touchdown, Sparty! Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this two-game slide. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a three-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. From deep, it's Ware. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They went 3 and out the last time they had it, and at this point of the game, you just can't afford many of those. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. Makes the catch. It's Gutierrez. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And this offense is going to have to catch some breaks, man. They're going to have to make some big plays. They're going to have to push the ball down the field, break some tackles, hit some home runs, down 3 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to do everything right.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
The Trojans want to move quickly.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Tells to run, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Gutierrez. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
And that's exactly what this defense needs to do. The clock is
looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Right at the line. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Got it! And he will score! Touchdown, Trojans!
nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. A hostile environment can have a major impact on even the most composed, well-prepared team. So how much did the crowd play a factor in this upset?
Well, this is what